Welcome back to Pour Your Poison. We're here in my kitchen again. Today we're going to teach you how to make homemade limoncello, the Italian liqueur, the Italian spirit. Really easy to make. Again, this one just takes a little time. Things you're going to need: you're going to need a saucepan, you're going to need sugar, distilled water, vodka, or you can use Everclear 100 proof vodka. The only difference between 100 proof vodka and Everclear versus regular 80 proof vodka is there is no sugar in it. But because you're adding sugar anyways, I don't see the need to go with the Everclear 100 proof. I prefer making it with just 80 proof vodka. So we're going to start with a measuring cup, and we're going to measure out 2 cups of sugar. Just your home granulated sugar. Now this can be a little sweeter depending on your taste, and once you make it once or twice you can kind of play around and figure out what you're looking for flavor profile, if it's sweet enough, if it's not sweet enough. So 2 cups of sugar. You're going to add this to the saucepan. Now we're going to be using distilled water. You want nice clean water for this because it will be sitting for a long time, so you don't want to use tap water. So you're about the same to dissolve the sugar. So I'm going to use 2 cups of water. Now we're going to bring this to a simmer to dissolve the sugar. In the meantime, we're going to zest a couple lemons. When you're making 1 bottle, depending on how lemon flavored you wanted it, I'm going to zest about 8 lemons today for 1 gallon, or for 1 bottle of vodka. So we're going to let this simmer for a second. We are going to start zesting some fresh lemons. Now when you're zesting lemons, you want to pick out the thickest, fattest lemons. They have the most rind. Be careful, don't go too deep. You don't want to get into the actual rind itself because that's the part that holds bitterness. You get no lemon flavor, it's just sour, bitter. It'll ruin a cocktail, it'll ruin a drink, it'll ruin an infusion such as this. So we're going to start by zesting a couple lemons. Careful, you don't want skin in this drink. Now, when you're zesting lemon, you see how you get the bright, vibrant color? You want to stay away from the white. Make sure you stay away from that. Really bitter. Okay. Now, this is a little time consuming, but at the same time, it's well worth it. You get a homemade product. Personally, I like homemade product better than what you can find in stores. And we have the simple syrup. It's almost ready to simmer. And this is the hardest part about making limoncello, is actually the zesting, which isn't that hard at all. Just a little time consuming. So when you're making limoncello, this is a product that's going to sit. You're going to pick up a lot of flavor over time. When you're making it, you can let it sit for anywhere from 10 to 40 days. You can let it sit for a year if you want to, as long as it's in a dark, cool place. This is all your preference. But if you're letting it sit for over 40 days, I would highly recommend freezing it, just so you can keep the fruit, keep everything flavorful and fresh. If you don't freeze it, you could lose a lot of color, a lot of flavor. So we're going to keep going on these zests. Now that the lemons are zested and the simple syrup solution has cooled, which is fairly crucial in this step because you don't want to add the boiling water to the lemon zest. It'll kill a lot of flavor and it may turn on you, may go bad. So let this cool, room temperature. And now the fun part. We have beautiful lemon zest. Fantastic. It's about 8 lemons, and again, you can use as many lemons as you want, give or take, depending on how strong of a lemon flavor you want in this limoncello. So, carefully spoon this into the jar, like so. And again, the fresher the lemon zest, the better. You don't want to let the lemon zest stand for a day because it'll dry out, you'll lose a little bit of flavor. Alright, so that's fresh lemon zest. Now, so we're going to pour it into an easy pour container. Okay. And this is going to go right on top of the lemon zest. And we're using Milwaukee's own Rayhorse vodka. And you're going to fill the rest with vodka. Ah, what a beautiful sound. And there you have it. So what we have here is a lemon zest simple syrup solution. with a little bit of distilled water. You're going to seal this. You're going to keep it in a cool place. You're going to keep it in a dark place. Keep it directly out of the sun for sure. We're going to let this sit for about 40 days. We're going to keep you updated as it goes along. We're going to take pictures of it. Let us know if you have any questions about this as well. You can do it in many different ways. You can even add orange juice to this if you want to settle the flavor of the actual lemon. So we're going to keep this in a jar. I recommend dating it, labeling it, so no one drinks it on a daily basis. Once a week maybe you want to give it a little stir. You want to break this all up, mix the ingredients along. That's the beginning of the limoncello. We'll see you in about 40 days.